ACC premier matchup between the Bronx and the Ice Lions. Should be a good one here in New Jersey and a busy weekend on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. 10 seconds left in the warm-ups. Bronx and Ice Lions. We'll send it downstairs in just a moment for the starting lineups and the Star Spangled Banner. Thanks for joining us, everyone, on BSB. Buzzer sounds. Teams go to pick up the pucks. They head to the benches. So we are going to head it downstairs for the opening roster introductions, which will happen in just a moment, folks. Friday night hockey on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Penn State and Rider, ACC premier rivals. Once again, I am Matt Fusillo riding solo tonight, along with Dylan Manfrey on camera, Colton Reynolds, our technical director. Busy weekend on BSB, kicking it off with Rider and Penn State. Also got Rutgers going on, same start time, 8 o'clock p.m. A little bit of a delay for this opening face-off. But your starters for the Bronx, Vlad Zuberchuk, Joel Shriver, and Brendan McKeach, with Ty Schneider and Joe Cusimano on defense. Louis Bizocco in net. For the Ice Lions, Jake Salavone, Alex Mavris, and Leland Keeley. Still struggling to get started with the opening faceoff. Penn State wins it, and we're underway. Ice Lions into the offensive zone. Saved by Bizocco early. To round out those starters for Penn State, Ben Grasser and Alex Mavris, with Grant Klober in net. We're going to have an early penalty. It's going to be interference. So early power play for Rider. Just 19 seconds in. The Ice Lions control. Now it's back for Zuberchuk. Shot saved by Klober. Penn State gets a clear. Playing it with the stick is Bizocco. On the attack is Sebastian Keeley. Two Keeleys on this team, Sebastian and Leland. I'll have to use some first names more. They're both forwards. One is number 20, the other is 33. Skating this puck here is Ty Schneider. Pass from McKeach. Back to Schneider. Looking for options. Ty Schneider. Over the red line. He still has it. He'll fire it in. Below the goal line. On the attack here is Ryan Kenna, the Rider captain. Played at the blue line. And it's popped into the neutral zone. Off to the races was an attacking Evan Partridge. But keeping the puck here is Zuberchuk. He's got McKeach with him. His pass goes into the corner. McKeach's shot, tough angle, goes off the back of the net. Backhand pass into the neutral zone. Here is Partridge. Tries to make a move on Schneider. Sticked aside by Bizocco. Now playing it is Keeley. Here's Shane Smith, 20 in white. Puts on the brakes. Pass to no avail. It's played by Luke Raimundo. And it'll go all the way down where Bennett will play. Cusimano onto the ice. Bennett's in trouble. Cusimano steps in to help him. It pops free right near the goal line, but it's skated up ahead by Joel Shriver. Cusimano, there's a shot that goes high off of Klober and out of play. Just over 2 minutes in. So 8 seconds left in the Rider power play. We'll get Kenna and Prunty along with Tavares onto the ice. Kenna will take the draw. Cusimano and Blazak head off. Won by the Bronx. Here's Bennett at the blue line. He shoots, couldn't get through. Jamming at it two, now 3 times was Kenna. And Klober's able to make a flurry of saves and cover. Shot got through, and Kenna found some rebounds, but Klober keeps it out with 1 second on the Penn State penalty. The Ice Lions win it. Near Klober, now down low. Trying to skate it out, they do. Along the glass, this is Kenna. He gets bumped into by Kyle Lynch. Playing the puck around and back in. Jackson Call on the ice. Played by Prunty. Trying to get it out of the zone was Bennett. Here come the Bronx outnumbered. Tavares has Prunty with him. No success there. It's played by Declan Maloney. Maloney's pass. There's a shot that goes just wide off the stick of Grayson Messner. Whacked at by Carson Young. Trying to glove it was McKeach. Unsuccessful there. Smith is denied. Now weaving his way on Bazoko was Jack Lawrence. Now at the blue line. There's a shot that gets through, but it goes wide. Smith trying to get it out of the zone. McKeach applies the pressure. Playing it back around. This is Call. Still, they can't get it out. Now they do. At center ice. It's played by Grasser. Shot by Jake Salamone. Covered. Just under 4 minutes into the first. Glad you could join us here in Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Like I said in the opener, busy weekend here on BSB. Penn State Rider. We got Penn State Rider again tomorrow. Rutgers going on right now. Several other games. So make sure to join us on YouTube all weekend long. Here's Schneider. He'll take it below his cage. Outlook pass for Pape. Now the Bronx get it in. There's Blazak on the attack, and they say it goes in. It's a goal! Ryder with the first goal and the early lead. Alex Blazak. And we will take a look. It was a quick play from their own defensive end. And Blazak just got it on goal. Nobody knew it went in at first, but Blazak must have known. He celebrated right away. The referee signaled goal. So Ryder strikes first. Second goal of the season for Blazak. And that's really what happens when you apply the pressure, you skate hard, you get, I mean, really 200 feet, just a matter of seconds, playing the puck up. You had Jackson Call up in the attack, and Blazak just took it himself. Got it on goal, and sure enough, it went in. Must have been a little dribbler. Seemed like most of the ice lines didn't know it went in at first. Certainly Blazak knew. We're going to move the face-off closer to the Penn State bench. Penn State wins the draw. Zuberchuk wearing Vlad on the back of his jersey. Takeaway. Shot went wide off the stick of Patrick Dolan. And it's taken here by Shriver. Skating it up ahead for McKeach. Tries to regain possession into the corner. He gets checked and goes down. Shriver on the attack below the goal line. Penn State has numbers here. 4-on-3. Saucer pass. Nice save by Bazoko. Rebound was there. Still it's loose. And there's another one, and a glove save by Bazoko. He'll cover. That last shot off the stick of Maloney. So Bazoko makes several saves. Face off to Bazoko's left. Trying to handle it was Maloney. We're going to have a penalty here. Tavares went down. It's going to be on Penn State. Now they touch up for the whistle. So another power play coming up for the Bronx. Kyle Lynch in the box for slashing. Second man advantage of the evening. We're only 6 minutes in. Puck goes all the way down. Bazzoka will play it. Taking his time. Losing his footing was Grayson Messner. Zubrachuk up ahead for Kenna. Kenna will try to weave around. Gets caught up with the referee. Pape tries getting it back for Kenna. Kenna on it now. Zubrachuk down low. Across from McKeach. Now Zubrachuk again. Here's McKeach. Opposite side. Looks down low for Schneider. Across. Now McKeach moves in. Shooting! Score! Power play goal. Brendan McKeach. 2-0 Bronx. And we will take a look at that beautiful wrister off the stick of McKeach. Passed it low for Schneider. They got it back to him on the other side. Went in on Klober and fired that short side top shelf. 2-0 Rider early in the first. Ice Lions with a chance. Saved by Bazzoka. So Rider in control early. And for a team that's struggled early so far this season, they only have 2 wins. Penn State's got 7 of them already. Momentum certainly in the home team's favor. They will gladly take this start. Got the power play goal, got the goal from Blazak. Here's another chance. Prunty fans on it, now makes his way in, and he gets the shot off, but Klober is able to make the save. So Prunty and Schneider with the assists on the McKeach goal. Shriver will take the draw for the Bronx. Penn State wins it. Patrick Dolan. Skated ahead by Partridge. Puts on the brakes. He looks. Call gets bumped into. Dolan skates it around. Down to the blue line. Maloney keeps it in. Pass across. That was Ferrantino who shot. Pad save by Bazzoka. Not too much to handle there. Call still on it. He'll play it. Blazak kicks it to Shriver. Ferrantino's on it. Looks for options. Up ahead for Maloney. Here are the Ice Lions swinging it around. Zubrachuk with the takedown. Maloney gets pressed by Call. Stepping in is Kenna. He'll pitchfork it into the neutral zone. Kenna up for McKeach. McKeach almost got crunched on that play there. Almost sandwiched between 2 Ice Lions. Bennett gets tied up. One hand on a stick. A little bit of a wrestling match there. Grasser. Off Kenna. Regaining it is Salamone. Onside, Salamone still with it. Backhand pass, couldn't get through. Too far out of reach from J.P. Hay. Now at the blue line. There's a shot that gets on goal. Bazzoka digs for it. The rebound was there, and they have a whistle. Here's some pushing and shoving with Call in the middle of it. J.P. Hay on the other side. And looks like Penn State may be getting a power play out of this, with Jackson Call going to the box. Penn State power play with 10:30 in the first period. So it'll be a cross check on JP Hay. JP Hay on the receiving end. Call delivering the cross check there as Bazoko makes the save for another whistle. Cusimano gets tied up down to the blue line. There's a shot by Messner. They fight for it again, and Bazoko is able to squeeze his two pads together. Another whistle. So Penn State has been digging for these rebounds whenever they get those chances, but Bazoko standing his crease strong. .121 left on the Penn State power play. Ryder gets a clear. Controlling in the corner. This is Dolan at the blue line. Partridge. Now Kenna's on it. At the opposite end of the blue line. Playing catch. Grasser looks for it. That shot's blocked by Kenna, and it goes all the way down. Bronx are able to get a change. On the attack here is Leland Keeley. Bennett delivers a hit. Ryan Trindale. Across. Down low. Nice play there by Shane Smith to get it out. 10 seconds left in the call penalty. Shriver. Back to even strength. This is Trindale. He moves in. Backhander. Saved by Bazoko. Feed across the ice looking for Keeley. Too hot to handle. Getting a stick on it was Tavares. Now weaving through the defense. There's a shot. Saved by Bazoko on Sebastian Keeley. Diving at the puck there was Tavares. Bronx are able to get it down again, but this will be icing. Glove side face-off against Bazoko. 7:43 left in the first. Cusimano whacks it all the way around. First one there is Salamone. There's a shot off the stick of Salamone that goes wide. Puck is loose, and it goes behind Bazoko, and a save made. That was Tavares who whacked it out. Puck was behind Bazoko, and teammate Matthew Tavares able to help him there. and he keeps it a 2-0 game. So great play from the freshman. Puck got through Bazoko again, but tough angle try there. Couldn't reach. Bronx try to get it out still. This is Maloney. He shoots, and that was redirected, hitting the stick of Partridge out of play. Braden Turner tried to get that one. Call with the check, and down goes Partridge. Partridge back on his feet. He's got the puck behind the net. Still, he looks to try to dig it free, along with Patrick Dolan. Six minutes left in the first period. Ice Lions control in their own end. Prunty almost with the pickpocket there. And we go back the other way. Klober, who hasn't seen action in a while, really since the McKeach goal about 8 minutes ago. Prunty with it. It's a 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Prunty moving in, weaving around the outside, takes it behind the net and back around. Nothing to show for there as Kyle Lynch took it the other way. Regaining it is Zubrachuk. Here's Schneider. There's a shot, couldn't get through. And skated ahead by the Ice Lions. Puck is played onside. Batting the puck there was McKeach. Right in the corner along the glass. Down low is Trindale. Loses his footing, still he has possession. And the Bronx are able to chip it out of the zone. Backhander off the stick of Shriver. It's going to be icing. Bronx tried to get a change, but going to have to stay out there. Shots are 15-7 in favor of Penn State. So Ryder, 2 goals on 7 shots. Schneider plays it for Tavares around the boards. Into the neutral zone. That puck goes off of Leland Keeley. Take the puck back the other way on the Penn State icing. Ryder elects for the left side of the ice. Puck goes off the linesman skate. Sebastian Keeley will play it. Keeley's on it again, pressed by Call. Pass looking for Sebastian Keeley. With both Keeleys on the ice now. 2-on-2 battle below the net. Under 3 minutes to go in the first. 2-0 Bronx. The Ice Lions free it up. Leland Keeley down low. There's a shot saved by Bizocco off the stick of Alex Mavris. Another one and a glove save and a cover by Bizocco. Bronx control off the draw. That was Ty Schneider. Couldn't get the pass over to Prunty, and they're going to whistle this. The Bronx did not like that call. And linesman actually admitted, he said, my bad on that. They're going to have a center ice draw. Happens every once in a while when they call an icing and then they regret the call. They'll just put it at center ice. This is Jack Lawrence on Bizocco. He's able to make the save. Nice play there by Lawrence, the sophomore. Pennsylvania native. Offensive zone draw for Penn State. Ryder wins it. Smith will play it off the glass and out. Here's Zuberchuk. He makes his way into the offensive zone. Backhander off the boards and out. Smith with under 2 minutes to go in the first. Vlad on the attack again. Couple of moves there from Patrick Dolan, 7 in blue. Penn State wearing the all-blue uniforms with the white helmets and the blue stripe, that classic blue stripe. You'll see that with Penn State football. Penn State really, with all sports, one of the most simple and clean uniforms as you can possibly get. You see that stripe, you know it's Penn State. Here's Partridge, tries to make it in on Bizocco. Has a collision and goes down, now at the blue line. Trindale, cross, and that one couldn't get a handle on it, was Partridge. Here's Pape, it's a 2-on-2. He's got Turner with him and he'll just flick it in. Turner is there, 30 seconds left in the first. Pape. There's a shot saved by Klober. Pape gets the rebound, another try, and another save. Pape still tries to dig it free. Fought along the Penn State bench, now freed up into the neutral zone. 10 seconds left. Penn State with one more opportunity. Bennert, he'll free it up. 3, 2, and 1. And that will do it for the first. But the Bronx strike first, then add another. It's Alex Blazak. And later on, Brendan McKeach on the power play. So the Bronx will take a 2-0 lead to the locker room. And we will step aside here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. After the break, folks, second period. Thanks, Liam. Welcome back. Start of the second period on Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Penn State Ice Lions, Rider Bronx. 2-0 lead thanks to Alex Blazak and Brendan McKeanch. Matt Fusillo riding solo on the call. Colton Reynolds and Dylan Manfrey in the booth. Our TD and lead cameraman. Underway to start the second. Quick chance for the Ice Lions off of Nathan Whipke, saved by Bazoko. He'll cover. Face off to the right of Bazoko. Here's Vlad Zubachuk. Played by Klober. He'll take his time. Losing his footing on that play was Sebastian Keeley. Now losing his stick is Zubachuk. Down the ice and playing it is Mavris. Vlad on the attack. Zubachuk, one of those guys who's all over the ice, always skating hard, and here he is. He's going to be the first one on it. Have to imagine he'll be going to the bench as soon as he can. McKeach with it. Shriver, blockered away by Klober. Zubachuk still on the attack, and now he's able to get off. Deep pass, and that will be an icing. We'll take it back to the other side. Well, Penn State with 7 wins on the season. Coming off a game with Rowan, they lost 7-5, but before that they played at Maryland, my alma mater actually. They won both of those at the Gardens Ice House. For Rider, their last 2 games were last weekend. They hosted UNC Wilmington for 2. 6-3 loss on Friday night, 4-3 loss on Saturday. UNC Wilmington is way down there. It's in North Carolina, but it's about 45 minutes over the border of South Carolina. Long drive, long bus ride. Penn State, obviously in State College, making the New Jersey trip this weekend. ACC teams, all of these ones that have been mentioned, this 10-team conference with High Point and then Delaware, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and West Virginia. And actually coming up soon, next weekend, is the ACC Showcase down at the St. James in Springfield, Virginia. And if you don't know what that is, it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday 24-team. It's not really a tournament because it's not winner moves on, but kind of like a round robin in a way. But each team, you play 3 games, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Rider's going to play Wake Forest, West Virginia, then High Point. Penn State's going to play West Virginia, High Point, then Virginia Tech. So a little bit of overlap there. They're actually both going to be playing games at the nighttime, primetime matchup. Rider's Friday night game next weekend is at 7:45. Penn State's at 7:30. So there's 2 sheets of ice at the St. James. They can host 2 games. They go all day. They start really at 9 a.m. and they go until probably midnight, maybe even later, with 24 teams sharing those 2 rinks. It's a great event held by the ACC. Commissioner Mike Wally does a great job. This is Declan Maloney. His shot goes wide into the glass. Here is Schneider. We'll get to more on the showcase in a minute, but play goes on. Schneider tried looking for Pape. Blazak is there, over the stick of Prunty. Here's a chance for the Ice Lions. In on Bazoko. They score! Penn State cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1. And we will see the replay. And they got it all the way up. Weaving through Shane Smith there. So the Ice Lions cut the Penn State lead, the Rider lead in half. There's another try. Couldn't get through Bizocco. There's a shot that couldn't get through. And it'll go all the way down to the Penn State zone. At the blue line. This is controlled by Neisner. And now keeping it in again is Ryan Trindale. His shot saved by Bizocco. Trindale gets his own rebound, plays it across right into the stick of Jackson Call. Klober's going to play the puck here. And a cover by Klober. But more on the ACC showcase. 2 seasons ago when I was doing the Maryland hockey broadcast, we got rights from the ACC to do 12 games in 3 days. We streamed them on our channel, Maryland Hockey Network. And we did all 3 Rider games. I believe we did Penn State as well. But it was great to see all the different teams, studying over 300 names and getting to see all the different teams play throughout the whole weekend. Great experience. And if you're a fan listening to us now and you're considering going, I highly recommend. It's a fun weekend. You get access. You buy a day ticket or a weekend ticket. You'll get to see a lot of teams, plus 3 games for your own team. Pulling a little plug here for the ACC, but they do a good job. Here come the Ice Lions. Now playing the puck is Salamone. Anthony Prunty tries to keep it in. He does, but now it's fought free into the neutral zone. Prunty across, too far out of reach for Blazak. Still it stays in for Benner. There's a shot by Tavares. Pad save. And it's a 2-on-1 going back the other way. Nice play by Benner to skate back. And here we go again. Quickly cut off by Maloney. There's a centering feed right off the stick of Keeley, and it was redirected into the glass. Trying to glove it was Ferrantino. Now Maloney plays it ahead for Keeley. Sebastian Keeley, he's heavily outnumbered. Gets the pass over to Mavris. He loses his footing. Tavares tries to get there. Now Bennert steps in, goes off his skate. Played ahead by Ty Schneider. Gloves by Maloney. Puck will go out of play right near us. Excuse the technical difficulties. Had a black screen there for a second. Seems to be all good now. Puck almost hit the camera, actually. Luckily, it did not. It went out of play near the scorer's table. Flipped up right near the booth. Not sure if you could catch that on your screen. Bizocco tries to get the glove on it. Now he does. We're going to have a stoppage. Again, pardon the technical difficulties. We get this sorted out. Just a moment for you. Face off to the right of Bizocco. 12:56 left in the second period. McKeach on the draw, one back by Penn State. Partridge on the draw there. Smith tries to get on it in the corner. There's a shot by Smith, saved by Klober. Zuberchuk into the offensive zone. He's able to regain possession. Nice job to stick with it there. Shriver steps in. He shoots. And saved by Klober. Goes out of play. Face off to the right of Klober. Ice Lions win it again. Shots on goal, 22-11. Penn State. Collision there between Kenna and Lynch. Bennett looks for Prunty. Almost a clear giveaway there, but Prunty's still with it. Looks for call. And a glove save and a stoppage again by Klober. Prunty down to the blue line for Bennett. Goes off of Prunty again. Now Kenna. Backhand pass. Nobody was there. Lynch tries to get it out. They cannot. Down the ice and punched forward once again. Getting his glove on it is Klober for the whistle. Well, the upcoming schedule, we mentioned it already with the ACC Showcase next weekend, 3 games for Rider and Penn State. After that, Rider has 4 more games before winter break. They'll play Rowan, RPI, and then 2 at Virginia Tech. It'll be November 21st and 22nd, and then December 5th and 6th. For Penn State, they'll have 2 more games after the Showcase. They'll be at Delaware on December 5th and 6th. I said that all without smiling. We have some tap dancing going on in the booth right now. Here the boys are back by Dropkick Murphys on the PA system. It's a dance party up in the broadcast booth. Sometimes it's hard for a broadcaster to call the game without smiling at something funny that goes on around them. Happens all the time. Especially when you're riding solo. You gotta lock in, folks. I don't have a color commentator to join me, so sometimes you gotta talk to yourself, call the game, then give some color analysis. So 2-1 Rider. Approaching the halfway mark in this game. Ethan Zemanski with the goal for Penn State. Penn State also playing at the Pagula Ice Arena on campus at Penn State. I've been there. That was beautiful rink. Name comes from Terry Pagula, who is a Penn State alum, and also the puck goes in the net. Maloney got it on goal. Not sure if it was tipped. Doesn't look like it, but we were going to see a replay on this one. Face-off was to the left of Bazoko. They got it down to the blue line, and they just shot it on goal. I'm not sure if Bazoko was screened there. It didn't look like it was tipped. So Penn State ties the game. Two goals in 4 minutes. Klober's going to play the puck. Zubachuk tries to circle it around. Now Shriver makes his way towards Klober. Kept in by Bennett. He'll get it down to the corner. Zubachuk's on it again. Gets bodied into with Ferrantino, and they score! Bronx get the lead right back. 3-2. And we will see the replay on this one. Zubachuk down low does all the heavy lifting, and McKinch right at the doormat fires it home, his second goal of the game. And that also came 35 seconds after the Penn State goal. So just like that, Brendan McKinch, his 6th goal of the season. And we're on hat trick watch for number 11. A shot saved by Bazoko, and they score again! Penn State ties it again. And this time it's Leland Keeley. We'll take a look at it. They get it up the ice. Over center ice and into the offensive zone. Just barreling straight on net. Leland Keeley. 21 seconds left. 21 seconds after Ryder took the lead back. On the McKinch goal, Leland Keeley with another one. Puck goes behind Bazoko. Cusimano gets checked. Tries looking it ahead for Prunty. Cusimano goes down. A lot of catching up to do for the scorers table with the announcements. They're announcing that Penn State goal from earlier, the Maloney goal. And they score again! Mavericks and the Ice Lions take their first lead of the night. So we'll see this one. 5 goals in 8 minutes, might I add. Mavericks with the redirection off the Trindale shot. So once again, Penn State with its first lead of the night. 5 goals in 8 minutes total. And 3 goals, 2 for Penn State, 1 for Rider, in exactly 60 seconds. So from the 9:45 mark to the 8:45 mark, we saw a goal. 2 goals from the Ice Lions, and then McKeach sandwiched in between. Bennert tries to dig it free in the corner. Down low, there's a shot, sticked aside by Bazoko and out of play. So second period been unraveling. We only got 2 goals in the first. Rider took a 2-0 lead to the locker room, and now it's 4-3 Penn State. We still have 8 minutes to play here in the second period. So the Ice Lions have certainly woken up, but here comes Zuberchuk. Shot goes into the corner off the deflection from Salamone. At center ice, Smith looks for Vlad. Puck goes off the neck area of McKeach. Now Shriver with the drop pass from McKeach. He'll take it around. Crashes into the boards, gets back up. He'll play at the blue line for Smith. Shooting attempts. That one goes off Ferentino. Zuberchuk down to the blue line. Couldn't handle it with Smith. Rider will have to regroup. Ferentino looks for Lynch. McKeach looks for Gut. Now Call on the other side. He'll shoot. Saved by Klober. McKeach tries to get the rebound. It pinballs into the corner. Down low. Trying to get it on goal with Smith. Couldn't get through. Now Gut will play it around. Smith, same spot, but it's taken over by Carson Young. There's a shot, and they score again. Neisner makes it 5-3 Penn State. And Penn State really just worked it around. They were in the corner, pressured near their bench. They got it across, and that puck was roofed. 5 goals on the period for Penn State, with that one Rider goal right between them. Here's Here is another try for the Ice Lions. Moving in. This time it was J.P. Hay. Pass across for the goal scorer, Neisner. Now at the blue line. Kept in by Trindale. Here comes Kenna. 5 minutes to go in the second period. There's a shot that goes up high. Saved by Bizocco. Bennert trying to free it up in the corner. Now Prunty off to the races, trying to free it up. And now Pape in on goal, he scores! Aaron Pape gets one back. And it's 5-4. And we'll take a look. Prunty tried to get it, went into the corner, and Pape just stepped right in, took the puck, and fired it home. We're going to have some penalties here. So center ice draw after the goal from Pape, but it will be a man advantage for Penn State. Looks like it's going to be a double minor for Prunty. And there's also an ice line in the box too. So the only penalty on the board was that 2-minute. Goes down for McKeach. Here's an opportunity. He'll put on the brakes. Nice hustle to be the first one there. And we're going to have a stoppage. Prunty and Cusimano announced as the assist for the Pape goal. So it's a 5-4 lead for the Ice Lions, almost 6-4. That puck narrowly missed. 2.5 minutes left in the second period. This is Bennett. 28 seconds on the power play for the Ice Lions. There's a shot that went wide. Riders able to get it clear with 10 seconds left in the man advantage. Trying to dig it free right near the Penn State bench. Freed up for Pape, who's on the attack. He's able to get there first. Crunched into the boards by Ferrantino. Now McKeach is able to step in. Pape back on it. Smith. Back down for Bennett. Up for McKeach. He'll just have it go off his skate to negate the icing. Right along the red line. Smith. Now Zubrachuk. Tries to weave around JP Hay. Up ahead, here's Shriver. Here come the Ice Lions. This is Hay. There's a shot. Couldn't get through. That was Keeley shooting. Sebastian. Now at the blue line. To the last 15 seconds. Maloney tries to get it through, and a glove save by Bazoko. He'll stop. So Prunty tried getting out of the box there, but referee told him you got to stay until 3 seconds were left. He's got 4 minutes because he went in when it was 4:03 on the clock. Call. And that will do it for the second period. So, a dominating period for Penn State. 5 goals for the Ice Lions, 2 for Ryder. The Ryder goals, McKeach with his second of the game, and then Pape. So the Ice Lions will now take a lead to the locker room, 5-4. And we will step aside here on BSB after the break. Third period, folks. Welcome back. Start of the third period. Penn State 5, Rider 4. Breakout Sports Broadcasting. Shriver and Keeley on the faceoff. Penn State wins it. Puck bounces off the shoulder of Bazoko and it goes in the net. Just 13 seconds into the third period. And Penn State adds on to its lead, 6-4. And we'll see the replay. Yeah, Bazoko is going to want that one back. Cusimano. Here are the Ice Lions again. Shot, save. Cusimano there. So Mavericks with his second goal of the game there. Playing the puck here is Grasser. That comes off for a whistle. Mentioned the recent games for Rider. Last weekend they lost both to UNC Wilmington here in Flemington. 6-3 and then 4-3. Before that, home and home with Delaware, they lost 7-2 here. But then when they went to Fred Rush the next day, that Saturday, a 5-4 shootout win. That was 2 weekends ago. Both those teams, Delaware and UNC Wilmington, in the ACC Premier. Talked about the ACC Showcase in the second period. That'll be next weekend. And once again, Rider will play Wake Forest, West Virginia, and High Point. 7:45 p.m., 4:30 p.m., 12:15 p.m. All three of those teams also in the same ACC Premier Conference. Not every team in the Showcase is in the ACC Premier. You do have some other teams that join, but you're going to try to have mostly conference matchups when they can. Penn State's going to have all conference matchups as well. But you look at the Penn State season schedule, they lost 3 of their first 4 games, but that's because they played all D1 teams. They played D1 Delaware their first game of the season. That was a 4-3 overtime loss. And then they had a win in the shootout and a loss against Syracuse D1. That was in September, 2 games. They lost to Pitt D1 as well. Once they started playing the conference teams more, like Wake Forest, Maryland, also Misericordia, started getting wins. 2 wins against each of those 3 teams. So after starting 3 and 4, they got 6 straight. Face off to the left of Bazoko. There's a shot that knuckleballs high and wide as that one goes out of play. I mentioned during one of the Penn State goals in the middle before they scored that Penn State plays at Pagula Ice Arena, obviously by the Terry Pagula, the Pagula family, owner of the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres, Penn State alum. I actually got to call a game there when my alma mater, Maryland, played at Penn State. Beautiful rink. Lucky to have the call in that big rink. It's almost like an NHL arena. I remember Maryland had a 2-game weekend there. I called the first game, and then the next day I actually had to miss the second game. I had food poisoning from Subway in the rink, and I could not. Had to stay back for the second game. That was one of the only games that I missed entire college tenure. I was bummed to have to miss it at Pagula, but what a beautiful rink Penn State gets to play in. Not too far from the big football stadium, as we're going to have a whistle here. Penn State likely does a lot of traveling as well with this ACC premiere. I mean, you got teams, so a couple teams in New Jersey, not too far of a drive, but then you got the Marylands, the Delawares, a bunch of teams in North Carolina and Virginia. So Penn State, not in the most favorable location when you think about the geography in the ACC. And same with Rider. I mean, these are two of the northernmost teams. Really them and Rowan. There's a shot, saved by Klober. Also have Rutgers in action. They're losing 5-4 in the third period to Fairfield University. That's at Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction. Carolo Pascal on the call there. That game just a few minutes ahead of us, both same start time. Zubertruck. There's McKeach shooting. Trying to get the rebound here is Kenna. He'll control. He'll play it back for McKeach. Ty Schneider is on the puck now. Schneider, high hit there. And here come the Ice Lions. This is Dolan. He'll shoot, couldn't get anything on it. Nice play by Zuberchuk on the back check. Short-handed as well. And the Ice Lions will get a clear. 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Zuberchuk. Oh, this is Schneider, excuse me. Looks for Blazak. Carson Young. Trying to get a quick shot off was Trindale. He completely fanned on it. Taken by Blazak. Gonna get an offside whistle here. Raimundo out of the box. We're back to full strength. Rider head coach Fox very vocal on the bench. There's a chance that shot by Blazak goes wide. Coach Fox trying to get his team back into it. Only down by 2. There's plenty of game left. And there's going to be another penalty. Neisner will sit for Slash. So great opportunity to get one back and make it a 1-goal game. Zuberchuk is denied the offensive zone entry. Taken by Leland Keeley. Schneider is the first one there. Plays it for Vlad. Zuberchuk up for Kenna. There's a shot that's off the mark. Schneider. Puck goes down low behind the cage of Klober. 7 minutes into the third period. 37 seconds left for the Bronx power play. Shriver's going to take his time and look. He'll have to retreat. Nice pressure applied by Dolan with the pickpocket there. And here's a giveaway. Wraparound try in on Bazoko, and it's in the net, a goal. Short-handed, it's Dolan. And that is a rough giveaway for the Bronx. You're on your own power play in your own defensive zone. And it was handed right over for Dolan, and he just shoved it in. Penn State makes it 7-4. And the Lions have 2 goals in the third, so they've added on to this lead. Still 2 seconds left on the Neisner penalty. Meanwhile, down at Pro Skate, Fairfield got another goal. It's 6-4 over Rutgers. 9 minutes left in that game. Also streaming that on Breakout Sports Broadcasting, co-founder Crollo Pascal. Ryder gets one back here. This is Shane Gutt with the goal. So just like that, it's a 2-goal lead for Penn State again. Zuberchuk will chip it in. Almost took the head off of the linesman. Here's Maloney with it. At center ice, he'll fire it in. Off to the races now is McKean. She's outnumbered. Still trying to make a move, but he'll lose the puck there. Here's Maloney. Puck will go all the way down, and it'll be icing on Penn State. 10:28 left in the third. 2-goal game. Still plenty of time for the Bronx to crawl their way back into it. Skating it around is Jack Lawrence. Puck was thrown on goal, but it was redirected wide. Blocker aside by Bazoko now. On it again is Lawrence. Making another save was Bazoko as it went into the corner. Now near the rider bench. Tried getting it across for Lawrence. Couldn't handle it. Blazak gets bumped into. Now Smith steps in. Tavares joins him there. Here's Blazak. Keeley. Tried wrapping it around on the glove side. Past Bazoko, now will take it the other way. Still with it. Kenna is double teamed there and cushioned into the boards. Keeley tries to drop it back. For Mavericks, who's got 2 goals tonight. There's a shot saved by Bazoko. Shot gets blocked up high by Bennett. Played by Maloney. Shriver steps in to help. Skating it out, Penn State. Trying for the pickpocket was Gutt. Scored that last Rider goal about 4.5 minutes ago. After 2 more goals earlier in the third, almost another one there. There's a shot, couldn't get through traffic. That was Salamone shooting. Salamone again goes off his stick. He gets taken down with Bennett. We play on. Call gets bumped into. Played near the hash marks. And Bennett trying to free it up. He loses his footing. Moving in on Bazoko. That was Zemansky. And now Bazoko is able to get the whistle with the cover. 6:42 on the clock. Shots are 44-21, Penn State. And remember, Rider took a 2-0 lead in this game in the first period early. First goal was only 19 seconds in. Tried to get that tap in. Redirected wide. Now Blazak. Schneider up ahead from McKeach, and he couldn't handle it. Would have been a good opportunity for the Bronx there. McKeach already with 2 goals tonight. Tried getting the puck there, but it's handled by Lynch. And now Zuberchuk will take it. Zuberchuk losing the puck as well. We're going to have another goal here for Penn State. They're going to make it 8-5. And the rink here is as quiet as it could be. Here's the replay. Along the boards. And then shooting at home. Penn State makes it 8-5. So it'll be Grayson Messner's goal. And that goal was about as quiet as this rink has been. All season since I've been here, at least. Bench didn't really even react. Players didn't really even celebrate, too. So 4.5 minutes left in the third. Penn State up by 3. It is 8-5. And all of the Penn State goals coming in the second and third periods. Penn State didn't get its first goal until 23.5 minutes into the hockey game. That was all the way back for the Zimanski goal. Trying to tap it was Lawrence, and now that puck gets redirected out of play. Rutgers with 5 seconds left in that game. And that will conclude now. The Scarlet Knights lose to Fairfield 6-4. Just wrapping up now on BSB. Bennett got tripped. No call there. Icing here on Ryder. We'll take it back to their defensive zone. Controlled by Prunty. Bennert's on it. He gets checked. Chance for the Ice Lions. Outnumbered was Hay. 2.5 minutes left in the third. Here's McKeach on it. Prunty. Tried getting it for Zuberchuk. Penn State scores. There's another goal. Sebastian Keeley. And we're going to get the replay here. Ice Lions make it 9-4. There was another silencer there. Keeley from the left side. Penn State with 4 more goals here in the third. Here's Gott, one of the Rider goal scorers. Puck was almost redirected in and went off the stick of Leland Keeley. Here's Call. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Ice Lions, looking for double digits, and they score again. That was a pretty one. Patrick Dolan. That was one of the nicer looking goals we've seen tonight. Completely fooled Bizocco. I mean, there was really nothing he could do on that. Louis in net. Patrick Dolan with the goal. So double digits for Penn State. His second of the game and his fourth of the season. .30 seconds left. Sticked aside by Bizocco. To the last 15. There's a shot from the blue line that's off the mark by Ferrantino. Penn State still applies the pressure, playing all the way till the buzzer. Got another one tomorrow night here in Flemington, as the buzzer will sound. That will do it. So a game in which Rider took a 2-0 lead to the locker room after the first period. We find ourselves with a 10-5 Penn State victory. Teams get set for the handshake line at center ice. Not too much physicality. Usually you see that for these ACC teams. But you got to give credit where credit is due to the Ice Lions. Scoring 10 goals in just 2 periods of play, as we see the handshake line now. These two teams will be back here at Flemington tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. But that'll do it for Matt Fusillo, Colton Reynolds, Dylan Manfrey, our entire Breakout Sports broadcasting crew. Thanks for joining us, everybody. See you tomorrow. Have a good night.